How hard is it to win a personal injury lawsuit? Most people think a successful personal injury case means a big courtroom victory, but over 95% of Nevada cases actually settle before trial.
Red Rock Injury Law, Las Vegas. Rock! Solid recovery! Solid recovery! Rock! Red Rock!
Here are two key facts you need to know. Nevada's 51% rule means you get nothing if you're found to be more than half at fault, and you generally have 2 years to file a lawsuit. If you're confused about how all this works, you're not alone. I'm going to walk you through exactly how Nevada's system really works so you can protect yourself. We'll cover the evidence you need, common traps that hurt your case, and recent Nevada law changes that actually help accident victims. But first, let's talk about what really happens when you file a claim. The reality is that 95% of personal injury cases never see a jury. They settle. Insurance companies prefer this because they keep control over what you get paid. Here's how settlements work. Your lawyer sends a demand letter with your medical bills and evidence to insurance companies. The insurance company responds with a counteroffer, and you negotiate until you reach an acceptable number. It's faster and more predictable than waiting years for a trial date. Nevada just made changes that help you get fair settlements faster. A new law raised the arbitration threshold to $100,000 for cases filed on or after January 1st, 2026. Here's what that means in plain English. Cases under this amount go through court-annexed arbitration first, where an arbitrator issues an award, but either party can still request a trial if they don't like the result. It's faster and cheaper than a full trial, but you keep your right to go to court. This law also increases recoverable attorney's fees in arbitration for winning parties, which makes it much more attractive for attorneys to take medium-sized cases. Insurance companies use analytics and claims evaluation systems, plus local jury data, to set their offers, but these systems often undervalue your unique losses and circumstances. Having an attorney who pushes back against these automated assessments makes a real difference. But insurance companies have sophisticated tactics to reduce what they pay. They'll delay responding to your lawyer, they'll question every medical bill, and they'll ask for the same documents multiple times. They want you desperate enough to take whatever they offer. During settlement talks, they use hidden strategies to wear you down. They know that jury verdicts can be wildly unpredictable. A jury might award 3 times what they want to pay, so they're motivated to settle, but they're also counting on you getting exhausted by the process. The real win isn't the dramatic courtroom victory. It's getting the fair compensation without spending 2 years in litigation. It's having money in your account to pay bills while you recover. It's avoiding the stress of testifying about your most painful moments in front of strangers. But understanding how settlements work is just the beginning. Insurance companies have an entire playbook designed to reduce what you receive, and they're using it against you right now. Here are the most common tactics insurers use against you. Insurance companies hire investigators to watch you. They search your social media accounts going back years. They look through your medical records with a magnifying glass. They want to find anything that makes you look less injured or more at fault. Here's what that surveillance might look like. They film you carrying groceries after you claimed back injuries. They screenshot your Facebook posts about going to dinner with your friends. They analyze your Instagram stories for signs you're not as hurt as you say. While one photo won't destroy your case, insurers use these images as part of a broader credibility attack to reduce your non-economic damages like pain and suffering. Nevada's 51% fault rule makes this worse. If they can prove that you're 51% at fault, you get nothing. So they investigate everything. They interview witnesses multiple times looking for inconsistencies. They examine skid marks and damage patterns. They hire accident reconstruction experts to create reports that blame you. They also mine your medical history for pre-existing conditions. Had back pain 5 years ago? They'll argue your current injury isn't from the accident. Old sports injury? They claim that's the real cause of your problems. Nevada permits defense medical exams in many cases, and insurers use these DMEs to challenge your medical claims with their own doctors. The timing of their offers is calculated too. They make lowball settlement offers right after your accident when medical bills are piling up and you can't work. They know financial pressure makes people accept less money. Jury attitudes differ by county too. Las Vegas juries tend to award more than some rural counties, so insurers factor this into their settlement strategy. Your own words become weapons against you. That's why they record every phone conversation and save every text message. One statement admitting partial fault can destroy your entire case. Here's your immediate protection. Avoid posting anything about your accident on social media and refer all insurance calls to an attorney. Understanding their playbook is your first line of defense. But even knowing their tactics isn't enough if you make certain critical mistakes that can instantly destroy your case. A damaging statement to an insurance adjuster can become evidence they use to push your fault percentage past 50%, and defense teams will exploit any inconsistencies to destroy your case. I've seen firsthand how quickly medical bills can pile up after an accident, leaving people worried about losing their job or facing a lawsuit that wasn't entirely their fault. The thought of navigating court alone or simply making a mistake in your claim can be terrifying. My goal in this video is to demystify that entire process, showing you how we guide our clients step by step to get their bills recovered and focus on recovery, alleviating that profound emotional trauma and financial strain. Critical mistakes can destroy even strong cases before they really begin. Simple actions like admitting partial fault or delaying medical care get used against you later. Here's what that looks like in real life. You generally have 2 years from your accident to file a personal injury lawsuit in Nevada. Miss that deadline and your claim is usually barred forever. Claims against government entities require notice much sooner, often within 180 days, so check these deadlines quickly if a city bus hits you or if you slipped on public property. 2 fatal mistakes happen constantly. First, delaying medical care creates gap that insurers use to argue their injuries aren't serious. Get medical attention immediately and maintain follow-up records. Second, giving recorded statements to insurers alone is dangerous because they record every call and use your words against you. Refer initial insurance calls to your attorney instead. Security footage often gets overwritten within 30 days. Skid marks and scene defaults change quickly, and witnesses fade from memory. Preserve evidence early through photographs, witness contacts, and requesting preservation letters through counsel. Talking to insurance adjusters without legal representation often leads to recorded statements that hurt your case. They ask innocent-sounding questions designed to trap you. How are you feeling? If you say fine, they'll argue that you're not injured. What happened? One wrong word about speed or visibility becomes their evidence against you. The most dangerous mistake is not understanding how your own actions are being evaluated for fault. Every choice you make after an accident gets examined. Did you move your car? Take photos, call police, get witness information. Insurance companies analyze all of this to determine blame percentage. Another recent Nevada law change expands medical malpractice deadline and caps. Another law raises rideshare coverage to $1 million, giving victims better protection than ever. Understanding these mistakes is crucial, but the real question is how to turn Nevada's legal system to your advantage. Nevada's legal system gives you real tools to get fair compensation. Here's your action plan. Document the scene and your injuries with photos. Get medical care immediately and keep all records. And consult a Nevada personal injury attorney early, since many offer free consultations and work on a contingency fee basis, around 33 to 40%. Winning usually means getting a fair settlement that pays your bills and helps your recovery, not a courtroom drama. Recent Nevada reforms, like the prohibition on liability policies that erode limits by defense costs, have created real benefits for victims. Drop a comment if you have questions about what happened to you. Describe briefly what happened and where so I can give you more specific tips. Subscribe for more clear, practical videos about recovering after an accident.